I'm actually thinking we bumped to 350. What do you think? How is it out there?
So it's fine. People are saying like, "Oh, sure, I'll sell it to you for 300." Like 300 is fine, right? The only time we ever have to up it is I feel like if we need to, because I don't think we really need to.
I don't think we need to either, but I kind of want to encourage it. So, as mostly because I want to like, because I think it'd be funny to watch him crash out. Like, but
he's gonna get angry. He's gonna get pissed, right?
But
he's gonna start ranting about Quartzgate.
When I saw that in the ad, I was like, what the fuck? Like, I think it'd be funny mostly. But there's another thing. As I had a chat with Turner and I had to fucking slow his roll, bro. Like,
what was going on?
I told him, like, listen, we pulled a lot. There wasn't a lot of stage 5s. He wants stage 5s. And he seems very uninterested in stage 4s, which I get, but like, I was like, I don't think the problem that beautiful. Could you text me your name and the amount I owe, and I'm going to wire it right over.
Yeah, sure.
Awesome.
Find your number.
Sorry, just 1 second, Danger.
Oh, you're good.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Awesome. All right, brother. I'm going to go right to the bank and send that over your way.
All right.
Easy.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Have a good day.
I appreciate you. So it's not just that reason. Okay, so I spoke to Turner, right? And it was like I tried to convince him to be like, hey, you know, I mean, at the end of the day, he makes the choice, right? It's his PD. But I was like, y'all should like probably think about starting with stage 4s and then bring it to 5s. And he was talking about doing like returns afterwards, like give it back to us. And I'm just like, bro, this isn't fucking Walmart. You know what I mean?
You can't just gotta buy it, see something wrong with it, and just return it.
Yeah.
I see what he means though. He wants to be able to compete with like what's out there in the street. But the thing is, right, for us to really
there is not gonna be enough.
There won't be.
There won't be.
He has to wait
enough.
until we have more of this thing incoming for us to be like, yeah, we're down to just give a supply of you guys this amount of sets. But right now we can't do that, which is why I see why I tried to push for stage 4.
Nobody can. Let's be real. The entire city is giving it to us, right? Let's say, let's even say 50% of the city, just for sake of argument, right?
Right.
I suspect that there's probably, let's say, even if we got 60,000 bet in a week, right? That's only going to be 6 stage 5s.
Oh, bro.
Yeah, you get what I'm saying?
I see it. Yeah, I see it.
So, and we can't just supply to the police department, right?
People on the street because
I would say PD should only get 1/3, if I'm going to be honest, right?
Yeah.
And because otherwise that's just not right, right? And so my point there is that the point I'm trying to make right there, what I try to make to him is like, this isn't a money issue, right? It's actually going to be a supply issue. It's like buying
it's a supply probability issue, like because we can't expect to get the amount that they're expecting us to get from it.
Exactly.
Them, which we also have to give to the public too. Like it's, I think it's more of an incentive to give to the public too, more than the police right now.
I agree with you. I think the issue that we're facing The entire city. So like, I don't mind that conversation, right? They're going to get some amount of it. But here's another reality is I would argue that a lot of stage 5s that the PD is trying to get, they already fucked up by not getting stage 5s like 2-3 months ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
Individually or otherwise. Like, these guys get paid enough. And now the price is going to skyrocket. I'm estimating $500,000 for a stage 5. I could be wrong, right? But like, just looking at these numbers, if literally, because if no one's going to want even stage 4s, because if PD doesn't want it, and they're telling me everyone's got stage 5s, that means stage 4s might as well be useless, right?
I just don't know if I agree with it, right? Because I feel like...
I don't agree with it either. I don't agree with it either, but like, at the end of the day, that's like, I'm saying if that is genuinely true, because and I said it in this many words, I'm like, why would people wait with stage 1s instead of waiting for the best? You could end up waiting 2 months, right? It's like a NVIDIA 5090 issue, right? Like, oh cool, you got money. Yeah, you got money, but they're not available. Like, there's just not enough produced.
Oh, man.
So what he said out of it was, so I tried to tell him, I'm like, listen, you're better off kitting your PD with stage 4s, which
it's not even bad either, because it's still an improvement.
Listen, you're like, honestly, you and I are on the same page. He is convinced, and he might be right, that the majority of criminals that they're chasing all have slicks and stage 5s. He wasn't even interested in semis, because apparently it makes a huge bump. Now, I don't know if that's true anymore, because what I remember, stage 4 to 5 and semis to slicks were about the same.
Yeah,
so
someone told me that semi-slicks to slicks are about within the same range.
Yeah, that's
obviously
exactly,
one is better than other, but like, again, it's semi-slick.
Like, we're talking about percentages.
Exactly.
Right?
It's not like a sport compared to fucking slick tires. It's the next thing above it or the next thing below it. Like, it's almost within the same range of it. Maybe there's a way to present it to him better, but I also feel like if he has his mind
that's
set
not
up,
my. I mean, that's not my problem. You know what I mean? I'll keep it like, all right, you take what you can. I mean, but yeah, that's kind of the issue, right? Is they want the very best. The very best doesn't exist. So I did tell him, like, listen, he's got to prioritize a bit. I did convince him to take stage 4s, and I said, just do a fucking hand-me-down. He's like, what are you going to do? Drive around with like stock vehicles?
See, that's the thing. It's an improvement. Like, regardless of what he's asking for, he's getting stage 4s, which is still better than the cars that the other officers drive around.
That's what I'm trying to convince him. Like, yeah, eventually you'll get your fleet up. But, like, realistically, right, we can only give them one set of stage 5. I even told them, like, look to see if someone's got some used shit, because, like, it's just there's not going to be enough produced. And if I'm going to be honest with you, we, unfortunately, based on how bad this is, may even need to consider, I mean, we'll see how things go. You know what I mean? He'll come back, but,
We'll see.
Yeah.
I want to say it fluctuates with the police drivers and how good they are, but I don't think we should just be handing out really good parts to officers that are just not equipped to drive as well in performance. I actually brought that up
because I said, y'all should internally figure out what your actual needs are. And I think part of this conversation may need to be why you need these over the public, right? And I think that's like a real conversation, because how do you deny somebody effectively? And unfortunately, this is going to turn into a who gets it, right?
Oh, you could. I mean, okay, like this could be a stretch, right? Because I feel like there's always money to be made off of it. Could we do it just like similar to your housing thing? Like, people are always in line for housing and shit. So like technically you could do
wait
like
list?
Either a wait list or like what's it called? There's a word I'm looking for.
Oh my god, that's actually a sick idea. Like an NVIDIA wait list. Exactly. Like you go in there, it's like
yeah, I was thinking like that could also be
lottery tickets.
Wait, we could do lotteries. Wait, like
Oh my God.
Wait, but what? Like, do we charge money or do we charge a bet? Do we say it's a certain amount and bet gets you a ticket for this?
Yeah, but then they open it themselves. I mean, we'll figure it out down the line. Like, I hope we get some sensible response back. At the end of the day, once we set the prices, we don't even need to be mass purchasing anyways, right? That we're effectively getting the price, and then at that point, you know, the market's going to be in a good spot. So
100%.
that's the main objective.
Okay. I gotta expect a few calls later today about this stuff.
Yeah.
Is there anything you need?
Go ham. I'm talking to our web developers, and I'm gonna ask them to, during this time, if it's easy lift, I'm gonna make like almost the login for courts. There's gonna be a thing called a broker. I think I told you about this, right?
Yeah, you told me about this. Yeah.
I think there's gonna be a couple that the stuff can trickle to, and therefore, like, you know, I put money in there, and you can utilize that to purchase up, and that way, many brokers can filter up. And in addition to that, they'll just record what they're getting the bet for. And what I can do is occasionally I can pump the price or drop the price. And I think, like, based on what I think we're willing to pay for what we're doing, right? Because think about it this way, right? While something may be worth $240 right now, we're spending $300 because we want the volume and the prices ASAP, right?
Oh yeah. 100%.
And by paying more, people are more willing to generate more bet. So I don't even mind doing a $350 limited time weekend, right?
You want to do it for a weekend for the reaction and see if it actually works?
Stick at 300. Once the site is up, I think we'll do something along those lines. Because what that brokerage thing is, people can watch the prices move as well.
Yeah, it'll be very easy to determine if stuff changes.
But I think the first go of the site is just going to be it'll be like log in if you're a broker, and only the brokers are going to be able to add and submit transactions. So pretty much 24/7, right? People can be sending like tier 1 brokers like yourself, let's say, and maybe 2 other people are tier 1, so you have access to accounts, and so they can send it to you. But then the next tier can also buy, and they can send it to you guys, or they can send it to me, so it's all filtering. You know what I mean?
Here's what I'm thinking, right? So
it's like
you know
a 24/7 operation.
You know how on the app, right, you can check your history of payments, like how much you collect within a day.
Yep.
Before we send it to you or to whatever account, the bet, we take a picture of it, and then we can log how much we bought it for. I feel like it'd be easier for us to do it that way.
Yeah. It'll be like a tracking thing, just like enter here, and then it's like you can expect your money in within 24 hours. And
exactly.
Either myself or one of the brokers can handle like the idea is that you call, like, you guys are calling me right now, right? But the idea is that they can also call you and be like, yo, I got this. So because you're around, they can, you know what I mean?
And then I could pay them
or it could
on
just
top
come
of
to
finder's
me
fee.
and they just put, like, you guys can handle the transfers too. The idea is that we want it liquid, so they're getting their money ASAP. So I don't know,
because it's an incentive for them to keep doing it for us versus waiting a bit. Yeah, I see it.
Yeah, maybe that's how it works. It goes to whoever can, like, you call any, like, it'll be like a quartz broker, let's say, and if a quartz broker's awake, any one of those guys can handle your transaction.
Yeah.
And then you guys just know when you send it to me, like, because you've got, you know, your piggy bank of, like, let's say 5 million each, you have, like, you can pay it out and not have to wait for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, okay.
And then I handle the bigger transaction. So let's say, example, Bobby, Joe, whatever, you're around, he calls you, he's like, yo, I got a thing. He sends you the money. You send him it back after confirming the transaction. You send it immediately to me, and boom, boom. And now
He
we're
would be
running
sending me the
24/7.
money, or he would be sending me the bet? Because I think he'd be collecting it, right?
He'd send you the money and the bet, or it all comes to me, and any one of the brokers can pay out.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay.
What do you think's better, that the people, everyone's in the city when it happens, or that we just have any of the brokers like pay the? I think it's better that it's like me and 3 tier 1 brokers.
I would like it if
being in
you
the
could
city.
supervise your own thing for now, simply because it's just starting, but also because I don't want any hiccups for this early in the stage of things. Because I think right now, if we were to fuck up something, it's definitely going to stunt a lot of growth, what we're trying to put into it right now.
Yeah.
I would say just be cautious with it.
Yeah, I think keeping it simple makes sense.
Just for now, at least, until things are at least better. Because there's still a lot of things we got to make sure we have.
Okay.
I don't know where you are on the spreadsheet right now.
Here's what I'll do. I'll cook it up and we can like review it and see how it looks. You know what I mean?
Yeah, okay.
Because I want this whole brokerage thing to effectively also become like a job, effectively, like down the line. Like this is something that is working long term and scalable. So
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, that could work. I mean, realistically, just draft it up, see what you could work out of it. Only obviously talk to like just Tony and the others too, once you get a good handle on it.
Yep.
But I do feel like this could be a very like, how do I say it? A very fast alternative. There we go. I think it'd be a very, very fast alternative.
To give you an idea, for the next 1,000, we need another 12K bet. We're at 3,000 right now. So.
Alrighty.
All right.
I'll see what I can do for the day, and I'll get back to you.
Do like a Fuck. Do we do it? Do we just say 350 for the weekend?
Dude, I'm saying, you can. Do we want to? And does it really like change anything, right? Like, because we can.
People are gonna make more bet.
Yeah.
And it's gonna piss someone off.
I literally told someone, hey, I'll buy fucking
do
this
it,
for 300. They're like, what the fuck? I'm gonna go boost right now. Like they just literally set it flat out on the table.
Say you're doing 350 for the next 24 hours.
You think you want me to try it out?
Yeah.
I want. Alrighty. Bye-bye.